Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's the takedown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Snags it quickly on the left. Brings into the open. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
To the air, it's Mateer. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
From the gun, running back on the move. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw him. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Got the quick completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man, and they're excited.
Makes the catch down the right side. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. And in an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Right down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Anderson.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving...
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He'll take the deep shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know.
Turning it on! Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
So second down here as we're back at it after the break. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
And the Sooners are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Burks. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Blasted as he lets it go. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Still on his feet. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play. That forced the incompletion.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To throw, it's Mateer. And the timing just a hair off.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is on its way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's sharp. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Caught over the middle. It's sharp. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Using his legs, it's Durham. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a fight.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. That's caught. It's Burks. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Make sure that one fell incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise in the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. He'll take it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Third down play from the gun. Got a man. It's Thomas. He's not going to make it to the sticks. And what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Makes a catch at the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. He's going for it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. It's complete to the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Sooners have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. And you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Running to Green. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Grabbed over the middle, it's Ott. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Wheeler. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Touchdown Sooners! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they fake it? The kicker's looking to pass. Tripped up for the tackle.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That is the score. LSU 28.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for room. It's Durham. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Get it out on the screen. He's past the 30. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call.
Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the punishment has been extended.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking for room. It's Ott. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Safe completion on the screen. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
With the catch, it's Ott. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 35, Oklahoma 13.
They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Wheeler. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it on the move. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Trying to find the end zone, and he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. They'll move the wide receiver. They want to throw it. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Burks. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wheeler. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. Got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
To the air on 1st down. A strike downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He uncorks one deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air, it's Hawkins. Got his man downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. They'll run the toss. At the 20, he's got space. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
The defense has to continue pursuing the football there. You saw the running back was able to make a guy miss before getting out of bounds and getting a big gain. You can't let up here in the fourth quarter, defense. We need better effort.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. The snap sets up to throw. Big guy smells it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. And guys, the defense wants to get in the quarterback's face, but you can't get a roughing call that gives the offense a first and goal. Might be changing the route. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Setting up the screen. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. It's caught downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, LSU.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
1st down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man, it's Anderson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Gonna look downfield again. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. He splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Finds his tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's got an open man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Sooners look to do some damage in the red zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Tatum. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of